In this video, we are going to learn how to use interpolation so that we can show the value of a variable from the class of a component into the template of the component. So we have this title variable here, and we want to show it into this template. For that, we can use interpolation. In order to use interpolation, we use double brackets like this, and then we write title. And as you can see, we even have IntelliSense indicating us that we can use the title property from the class. I can select it, and that's it. I can save, and I can go back to Google Chrome, and as you can see, we have any value here, which means that we are indeed showing the value of the variable here. So we're establishing a communication channel from the class of our component into our template. Now let's go back to Visual Studio and let me put this in a div so that it is displayed in its own line, because I want to do another example. So I will say div here, and then I will say the sum of 2 and 2 is. So I will use interpolation so I can write this JavaScript expression. As you can see, we will be able to say 2 plus 2, which is 4. So if we go back here, you can see that we have the sum of 2 and 2 is 4, indicating us that we can write JavaScript expressions in the interpolation context. Though we cannot write any JavaScript. For example, if I try to write something like console log, we're going to get an error because this is not valid use of the interpolation. So let's put this back as 2 plus 2. And let's continue. Now what I want to do is that I want to create a method here, duplicate number, and let's say n number return n times 2, and now let's use this function with interpolation. So let's put a div, and now let's say the double of 3 is, and we'll say duplicate number, and I will pass a 3. Now I can save and go back to Google Chrome, and here we have the double of 3 is 6. Now let's go back here, and we're not limited to only working with simple variables like title. We can also work with objects. For example, let's say that we have a movie type in our application, so we want to display the data of a movie. So let's create a movie variable here. Let's say title, the title of the movie, let's say Spider-Man, and we will also put release date, and we will say new date simply. Now let's go back here, and let's say h2, movie data, and movie title, and movie release date. And with that we can see that we have movie data, we have Spider-Man, and we have the date, though series format that the date has. This is not very user-friendly, right? We want to change this. We want to display this date in another manner. For that we can use pipes. We will see that next.